It's that time.
The following program is intended for mature audiences.
Welcome.
What's up, bitches? The fuck's happening? Get some background. Shit's about to get serious, dude. Bro, I haven't watched The Walking Dead in a long time, but I saw Netflix just put up season 9, so I started watching this shit again. And I gotta tell you, man, something drives me fucking crazy about television. Filler. Bullshit that, you know, don't need to happen, but they make it obvious. I shouldn't say they make it obvious. Maybe for somebody that's not as heavily observant as me might not notice, but I kind of feel like, you know, it's obvious that they're stretching out parts of the story. When they start to go into origin stories to background characters, you could tell that they're just fucking trying to buy time to stretch out the end result and then push the thing that would be the finale for the season into a whole nother season. But whatever. Some fucked up shit going on. So spoilers if you haven't seen season 9 yet. But dude, fucking shirts versus Skinners, man. That's what seems to be happening. Fucking, there's people, and this kills me because they could have went a completely different route. But you know, I'll get to that in a second. There's people that fucking skin zombie faces off, bro, and they wear them, and then they walk around amongst the dead motherfuckers, which is bananas to me, first of all, but smart, strategic, so I can appreciate that. The part that bothers me is the show could have went a completely different route, dude. These people, it's been on and off that they flirted with the idea. Hold on. I don't think that's me. The show has flirted with the idea of having these zombies evolve, dude. I've noticed that because I don't even remember what season, but back years ago, there was a little girl that was mentally ill, and she thought that these motherfuckers were speaking to her, right? She would hear their thoughts. Maybe she was schizophrenic, I don't know what the fucking deal was, but they could have easily went down that road. But yet they chose to make it that people were skinning their faces and wearing them to blend in. Which again, strategic. I appreciate the idea. But I think it would be a little more interesting, no? If the zombies started to evolve. Like somebody made the point in the show, well, they're dead. How are they going to evolve? Like, that wouldn't make sense. Somebody else is like, dude, it doesn't make sense that they're dead and yet they're walking around. So, I mean, the brain does evolve, right? And you have to blast them in the head to kill them. So, wouldn't the brain adapt? Maybe it would, maybe it wouldn't. I don't know, man. It sucked me in though, because now I want to see what's going to happen. And I know I'm on the last episode of the season. I know that they're going to fucking stretch this out, probably so that just as the war starts, they're gonna cut the season to make you watch 10, which will probably come out 2 years from fucking now on Netflix, because I can't watch this shit on television, dude. For one, they take way too long commercials are ridiculous. They really are. They're way too much. Way too much, dude. I can't handle it. I mean, you get 10 minutes of a show, 15 minutes of a show, and then you get 5 minutes of commercials. And it feels like it's every other 5 minutes. So you get like 5 minutes of a show, 5 minutes of breaks, 5 minutes of show, 5 minutes of breaks. This is what it feels like, even though it's probably not how it actually breaks down. Can't handle that shit, man. Drives me fucking crazy. And I have been looking into other music shit to fucking download. Did I grab anything else? Because I don't know what I want to do with these yet. That's why I was kind of playing them now, just so I could listen through them and see what I'm going to do. Did I check this one out already? Yeah, okay. What about this? That's the one I just played. This is a pretty good one. I don't know what I would do with it yet. I might not do anything with it, which is why I'm using it now. But I know I downloaded one other one. I don't know where it went. Damn. Or what the fuck it was called. This one. So like this is on some deep shit. I'll give you a little bit of this because I'm probably going to use this for something. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter if you hear it now. I have ideas. I'm plotting out October as we speak. That's why. I don't know what exactly. So I don't even want to. I haven't listened to the whole thing. I didn't listen to what I just played for you now. Only because if it sounds good, or if an idea starts to come to me when I first start listening to it, then I'll just turn it off and leave it alone. So that later on, because like with the episode that's coming up in a couple days, I cut an intro and an outro for, and that wasn't planned. The idea came to me and I was like, let me see if I can if I find music that might seem like it could fit, then maybe I'll do it. And then I started listening to it. And the fucking idea just hit me. Like, this is a good one. Sad though, man. But that's why it's so good. Because of the fact that it's sad. And I mean, dude, I could ramble on about this show a whole lot more. But I should have did it yesterday when I wanted to. Because now I kind of feel like I lost most of what the fuck it was I was going to talk about. Fuck. Damn. Well, I mean, while we're here, and if you want to know if you are doing shit, if you are making content, maybe you would like to know, well, how do you get these tunes? Where do you find them? I'll show you. Okay, well, let me scoot this over. Right there is good. Now, I'm going to make my head smaller for a moment just so you could see. You can search, but let me show you how you get here. If you go onto your YouTube channel and go into your YouTube Studio beta deal. Oh shit. We gained somebody. I forget, where is it? Okay, on the side here you could see this, yes? Okay. On the side, dashboard, videos, analytics, all that shit. Scroll down to other features, and this is where you could set up a live stream from here, but now we'll go straight through YouTube instead of Hangout. But let me not get distracted. And all you gotta do is click on audio library. Now this is going to bring up all this shit you can use and not get copyright claimed or blocked on YouTube. I don't know about anywhere else, but there's a lot of shit on here. So, what do we want to do? Let's say we're looking for, this one says ambient dark, right? Well, you can pick instruments, which I did not realize until right now. Mood, which is what I've been basing it off of. And then there's genre, obviously, which I have to say, the hip-hop ones, for the most part, kind of leave something to be desired. I haven't checked out any of the other ones really yet, other than the few that me and Doug looked at to get the game show funeral music. And there was music for a couple other things that I did. That this is where we picked it. Oh yeah, and the story that he told, I think in Endless Jersey, where he was talking about going out to California and eating edibles for the first time, I think ever in his life, which is pretty cool. I just wish I could have fucking been there to eat sub too. But anyway, we're gonna go with ambient dramatic just to see. Let's see. See, I don't like it already. It's too clubby. This is my personal taste, dude. We'll go with dark, right? So you're gonna pull some shit together. Now, some of these will have a little person standing over in the corner, and all that means is that if you're going to use one of these guys' music in your video, that you have to credit them. Let me find one that has it so you can see what I'm talking about. You see, like, a lot of the ambient music has this stuff. Like this one, Heart of the Beast. Now you'll see down here, little guy over in the corner, Creative Commons. But then it says you're free to use this song in any of your videos, but you must include the following in your description. So it has a license to it. You have to copy it. I guess the source, I'm not sure. I skip over these ones because I don't want to put the wrong thing and then have a fucking problem. You know what I mean? So that's just to give you a fucking example of what it is that I'm talking about. But what I probably should do is I'll watch the rest of this show and then maybe I'll come back and we could talk about it or something. But I wanted to pull something together. I need a podcast for next week. I mean, I have one, but it's a little dicey. The quality is not great, so I might have to Frankenstein some other shit together. I might just do that, honestly. Depending. See, it's tough because I know what I want to do. I have to go through the one video that I have, the audio that I have, that I recorded the other day that I didn't release, because when I looked at how long it was, it's almost an hour. So if I could take that and then cut in something else, I'll have a podcast for next week. that I don't have to worry about, then I can continue to work on the shit I need to work on so that we're covered, because October is going to take a lot of researching. So that's something I have to do. And I know I'm all over the fucking place. I technically didn't even finish the first round for October yet. I'm going to possibly. Maybe not today, but I'm going to have to do it. I know once the next one comes out, then I gotta start cutting up clips, and I gotta get ready for next week. So that's some shit that I have to do. I mean, where did it even go? Do I have it? I think it's still, or did I not save it? Not sure. There it is. Okay, so that one is 41 minutes. We got 41 minutes in for the idea that I have. I don't know how good it's going to be, though. I haven't started editing or doing anything with it yet. But, we'll get there. This one's going to be short. Jen should be coming back from the store soon. So, I gotta fucking be ready when she gets back in case she needs me to grab anything, but I'm not sure. Although I will say before I forget, I was just trying to get a circular for a local place that's not far from here. Try to figure out what the fuck we are going to get to eat so I can make shit. And some fucking asshole. You know how much of a cunt you have to be to call in a bomb threat on September 11th? Like, really? I get it's been years, but that's just a fucking shitty thing to do, man. It really is. That would be like, you know what that would be like? If everybody in this country was a heavy on National Donut Day, let's say, right? And you decide that you're going to dress up in a clown suit, ride a unicycle, and just smash pies in everybody's face that you can find that is in the vicinity of a donut shop. You know what I mean? That's not... I understand there's levels to shit, but the asshole factor is just as much, well, the other one obviously more. But then again, I don't know. They said that they didn't find anything. They did a sweep, didn't find it. Now I'm wondering if that is something that's being done to grab attention. Is that something that is maybe from somebody that's mad the police or first responders didn't do enough, or maybe somebody's just being a jerk off and they thought it would be funny. Maybe it's a quick way to get their stupid thing out in the newspapers or whatever. I'm not sure. And I didn't look too deep into it. I mean, I read the small article that they put out on it, but it literally has no other information other than bomb threat was called, sweep was done, nothing was found, end of story. So I don't even know if they caught the person that did it. I just don't understand what the purpose is of calling in a bomb threat for. Like, are you that starved for attention? I mean, is that what it is? Or is it something on a whole nother sicker level than that? I'm not sure. I mean, if you could put yourself in that person's position, I can't even... I mean, I would never do something like that. Just because I'm not into, creating panic or anything, so I don't even see how I could get into somebody's fucking mind that would do something like that. Now, don't get me wrong, I understand pranks, but there's a line, and I know that line does get crossed by a lot of different people. Some people don't know when to end it, when it's enough. You know what I mean? That's like the people on YouTube that you see all the time that go into their friends' rooms while they're asleep with some fucking mask on and they get this shit kicked out of them. But when they wake their friend up in a mask and he just fucking cracks their jaw. That shit is hilarious to me. Like, dude, what did you think was gonna happen, dumbass? Like, of course, you get the stragglers that will wake up and fucking panic, maybe pee a little bit, but I would think the majority response would be for you to get punched in your mouth. Now, maybe that's the goal. Maybe these people want to get punched in their mouth. I don't know. I'm all over the fucking place, honestly. I don't know, man. I feel kind of bad. I haven't done anything, but I have a lot going on in my head right now. I haven't felt great still for the last couple of days, and some shit that happened the other day. I had a little notebook up here that I was writing down stuff that I wanted to talk about. And I don't know where the fuck I put it. Or maybe Jen moved it. I don't know. I'll find it. I was gonna bring it up, but I don't want to do it now. Because something happened the other night that fucking just... It wasn't... Don't get me wrong, it wasn't anything life-altering. Probably wasn't a big deal. But my ego as a man took a fucking hit because I'm already fucking... No, I'll wait. Just because it's better off I just put it into a podcast instead of a fucking YouTube video. And then I can expand on it a little bit more. But look, this has been completely fucking random. But I guess technically it is sort of a late middle of the week miniature podcast, I guess. Miniature of the miniature, because it is very small. And I had plans, but now we're gonna go back to the fucking drawing board. So maybe I'll do something, record it, put it out next week, make another video later. I'm not sure what I want to do. I have no idea how the fucking day is going to be shaping up yet, or even if I'm going to be able to, because we're supposed to be getting hit with heavy rain later, and I'm not sure if that's going to affect the internet or not, because supposedly the winds are going to be pretty strong. Because I know you guys, some of y'all will remember a couple of weeks ago, it wasn't even really crazy. It was just really bad rain and the fucking internet got knocked out. Power went out, not for very long, but it did go out. So I had to kind of see what happens. But this is getting cringy, dude. Just because I'm all over the place. I'm not really sticking to anything. Which is not necessarily a bad thing, but now I think I'm just starting to sound like a fucking jerk off. So, 10 minutes, whatever this video is. Now, enjoy it. Know that I'm working on shit. And so far, somebody asked me, bro, I'll end with this. I don't think this is the book. Yeah, it is. I thought it was smaller. Okay. Now what the fuck was... Oh, yeah. Okay. Fuck. Oh, yeah, Flat Earth. Before I forget. Somebody brought up yesterday to me, asked me, because I was talking to them about what I was going to do with the podcast, like they give a shit. which I gotta stop fucking doing that. Because people ask me, what have you been doing? And I tell them, and they don't really care to know. So why the fuck am I wasting my time telling you? If you're just going to go, oh, okay, and then switch the fucking subject, like you don't give a fuck. Which doesn't bother me, but then don't ask me, because then I feel stupid for telling you if you're not interested. But before conversation was switched over to something that has been talked about fucking 1,000 times, but whatever, people are selfish. Motherfucker asked me if I was going to bring up flat earth in the realm of conspiracy. He said that he was going to reach out to a couple people who are well versed in this type of thing to see if they would come on to the podcast. Not sure if they're going to or not. Honestly, I told him, and he was like, oh, I don't know if they'll do it. They got their own shows and they're busy. I'm like, save your excuses, bro. I just want you to know I don't need anybody to do this. I can do it my fucking self. If you think I'm gonna sit around and wait for somebody, it's like, so what? They know more than I do. I mean, don't get me wrong. It would be helpful, and I welcome the guest for the fucking help to go over the topic. But if you think I'm gonna fucking sit around and wait for you, you're out of your fucking mind. When I can just research shit as I go and figure it out. It's much easier that way anyway, because then I don't have to, I can edit whenever I need to, add and remove shit, whatever. So we'll figure out which direction it's gonna fucking go in. But I'm not giving him that much time. So I mean, so far there's 2. I still need 2 more that I need to go over. And I have to decide which ones I'm going to do. Fuck. Let me write that down also, because that might be interesting. Before I forget. Because a couple months ago, somebody showed me a video of a movie star that was collapsing, and they started talking about clones, so I wrote that down as a possibility. We'll figure it out. Either way, I've been, stretching this thing way longer than it needs to go. And if I don't stop now, I'm going to fall down a rabbit hole of stupid thoughts, and I want to kind of be prepared to at least have an idea of what I'm going to talk about, and then branch off of it from there. Just makes more sense to do. So, look, it is, I never fucking plug this shit in the beginning. I never do it in the beginning. And I don't want to fucking video edit it, because then it's going to take 8 times longer to burn. Whatever. Look, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, and possibly you're new to this channel, every Saturday, Laughing at Birds podcast comes out. In October, I'm doing a conspiracy theory theme deal, and there's my phone.